Hello, welcome. It is Leah Ray with Digital Trailblazer. And how would you like to ditch the hustle of social media? Do you feel stuck in the grind and just overwhelmed with all of the things you're supposed to do, with all of the content creation, with all of the just hustle and grind of it all? And it's not really producing the kind of sales that you want it to produce anyway. Well, that's what I'm going to help you fix tonight. We're going to walk you through. Sorry, got into webinar mode for some reason. Like I imagined Todd, my partner and husband, was next to me. No, I am going to walk you through how to fix this, how to really decrease the overwhelm and the hustle part of social media, keep it simple, and how to really scale up your sales without all of the grind that definitely happens when it comes to social media and everything involved. So as you jump on, let me know you're here. I love y'all, all y'all. We got most of us typically are coming from the Facebook group, but I am out and about in other places this evening. So if you see me somewhere else you're watching from, let me know. I'm going to let you know what we got for goodies as well as we get into everything tonight. I always have goodies, as always. If you want free promotion, we have a podcast that we need guests for all the time. We are publishing we're publishing a ton of content and we are always looking for guests. So comment guest. And if you have not been had a conversation with us about being on our podcast yet, it is free and we have a very big audience. So you have a potential to get in front of a ton of people. And if at any time tonight you're like, this sounds great, but I'm gonna need some help with how to actually do it, cool. That's our specialty. That's what we do. So just chat info. We'll talk, see how we can help you with this. So the first thing that I want everyone to realize and really let this sink in is that social media isn't fast. Social media is slow. People who claim to have overnight success in it either hit the lottery, and that's not a business strategy, don't count on it, or they had a bunch of experience or an audience built up somewhere else. So if you heard from somebody's program like, I joined such and such program, he taught me how to post and I brought in 5 high ticket clients in a week. Well, that means that person already had an audience. They already had people that were paying attention, that were watching, that were interested in what they had to say, and they just had to make the offer, right? So that isn't fair to compare yourself to them. I want you to realize that it is absolutely a slow game. And so if you want to make quick sales, we got to work with this. We got to change the game a little bit, right? We have to figure out how to do this, how to leverage social media effectively, but not get bogged down in the hustle and the grind of it all. So, um, yes. And who's watching? All y'all are quiet. My Facebook. All right. Let me know who's here. Say hi. I like to talk with you guys. I give better training, not going to lie, when I get to talk back and forth with you. So give some comments, share your notes as you're typing them. Just type them in. You'll help absorb everything that you're learning tonight. All right. Now, hello. Thank you, Ani, Nicholas, Joe. I appreciate you. Share where you're watching from, even location wise, what country or city or state. Sandra, hey, welcome. Okay. So if you're waiting on social media to drive sales, you can potentially be waiting for a very long time. And I don't want you to be stuck waiting, because what I see with people who are just kind of getting started is that they're like, oh, I gotta hustle. I gotta I gotta start getting myself out there. So I'm gonna make all these posts. And they focus on creating social media content, but not actually on selling or any of the things that are. Social media is good. I'm not saying it's not good. However, they put undue emphasis on just content creation and not on ways to actually sell. And I want you to sell. I want you to get clients. I want you to do amazing. And so that's my focus, is helping you to bring in sales. So let's talk about a couple things here. One is your social should supplement everything else you're doing to bring in sales. Social media, especially at the beginning. Now, when you're years down the road and you've built and nurtured a massive following and you've got hundreds of thousands of people who pay attention to you or millions of people, then put some more effort into that. Like then you should be able to draw a lot more sales out of it. However, it should supplement things to bring in faster sales at the beginning. If you are solely relying on social media posting, you are missing out. You are missing out on a ton of sales opportunities. Now, on the same side, if you're not leveraging social media at all, you're also missing out. However, I like focus on something that's going to give you faster results first. If you are in the launch stages or the beginning stages of this, you need a faster return. You don't have 6 to 8 to 12 months to make a sale. You want to make a sale much faster than that. So social media should be supplemental to what's bringing in the sales right now. So we're going to do two things. There's kind of two parts to this conversation. Hey, Dee, good to see you. Hey, Nicholas, I'm in Florida. Dee's in Florida. I wonder how many Floridians we got watching tonight. That's kind of fun. Or on the replays. Let us know where you're from. We'll have a contest. Which state is the coolest? So there's two parts to this conversation. One is what should you be doing that is a faster result to bring you more sales quicker, that you should be focused more on. And then on the second half of it is then what do you actually post on social and how do you do that in a way that doesn't like drain you completely, right? So two halves of this conversation. So let me first just list out for you what things should you be focused on more so than content creation on social as you're getting started. Okay. I took a few, I prepped and I wrote down five simple things. Okay. 5 things that you should be more focused on right now at the beginning stages of really launching than on content only. Okay. One is networking on offline or online. I like online networking because I don't have to leave my house. I can just look decent from, here up. And that's fine. I can have pajamas or yoga pants on and nobody notices. And it works well because we have kids that we homeschool 2 days a week. So kids are home, right? So uh, online networking is great. Finding networking opportunities where your target audience hangs out and meet with them. Tell them hi. Provide a little free coaching to them on the calls if you find someone. Oh, good, Dee. I'm excited to hear what your news is. So provide a little free coaching on the calls, help them to kind of get hooked, right? On how cool you are and how much you can help them. So do that on those networking opportunities. I've been going to the Chamber of Commerce, going to your Rotary Club, going to a mommy's meetup. Like if that's your target audience, you should be headed to those things. You should be meeting those people, building those relationships. So yes, networking is one of the things that's going to get you a faster result than posting on social when you're getting started, when you're just getting started. The second thing, paid ads. I love paid ads. My husband is a genius at paid ads. We've made a lot of money with paid ads. I highly suggest paid ads when you have your systems and your messaging and your offer and everything really fleshed out. If you don't have those things fleshed out yet, what are you waiting for? You should comment info. We'll chat and see how we can help you with that. But once those are really fleshed out, then yes, applying some additional traffic from the form of paid ads can make a lot of sense for people. So paid ads can work really great, but don't jump into them if you don't have all the other pieces in place or you'll just waste your money. And I really don't want you to do that. Okay. So that's the second piece. The third is collaborations. Collaborations. You should be networking, like I said, but you will run into people who are not going to buy from you. However, they might be a really great collaborative partner. Maybe they offer something that complements what you offer and they've started to build an audience. Well, you can swap audiences. You can share, let each other go live in each other's Facebook groups or interview each other on the Facebook group. Let them do a webinar, invite them to a webinar through your email list. Collaborate with people. Find others who are not competing directly, but are complementing what you do. Have those conversations and have it be a win-win. Create some sort of situation where it's a win-win. If you don't have an audience yet, and so you can't reciprocate with, promoting to your audience, well, then Absolutely. Offer affiliate, like offer referral bonuses or affiliate commissions to them. So if they bring you clients, they can make some money, right? Can work out really good. Yes, Brad, joint ventures, share each other's audiences. Absolutely. So that's the third piece. Okay, getting in front of other people's audiences, having these collaborations. The fourth is podcast guesting. I love it. Podcast guesting works really good. This is where you get on other people's podcasts, you share with them your expertise, and you get exposure. Now, if you don't have the basic system set up yet, AKA a lead magnet funnel, right? Where you're giving a freebie away on a capture page where people have to put in their name and email and then they get added to your email list, then it's too early for this. You need to at least have that set up before you should do podcast guesting or anything else because you need some systems, right? So, but podcast guesting is a phenomenal way. Yeah, a phenomenal way to get in front of the right audience. Just make sure that there's overlap with your target audience and who their audience is, and that they actually have an audience. Otherwise, you're going to waste your time. You want to get in front of people. Podcast guesting is awesome. Yes, we have made some great connections. I've made sales through podcast guesting. It's worked really well. Um, yeah, and it kind of, if you think about it, it's really the same thing as collaborating, but at a different way, right? You're collaborating because you're getting in front of that podcaster's audience. Okay. It's great to learn from others as well. Yeah, I can't tell you. So we've started two podcasts since November, and both are just fun. Like I actually had to bring in a new team member to help us because the volume was so high on people wanting to be on our success path episodes. And I couldn't handle it all. And it makes me kind of sad because I wish I could jump on those conversations with everybody because they're great conversations. Just people who've built up an expertise in some area of life and are sharing it with the world and have great things to share. And so I just love, it's a great way to find people to do collaborations with when you're podcast guesting. It's a great way to get in front of their people. It's a great way to find affiliate partners. So don't just look at it as, I'm going to be on their podcast and I'm going to attract their audience to my lead magnet and push them through the funnel. Have a real like make a real good connection with the host, and that host might want to be an affiliate for you or and do some sort of joint venture or collaborations with you to promote you in different ways beyond that. So there's all kinds of opportunity. um, yeah, absolutely, D. Absolutely. So networking, paid ads, collaborations, podcast guesting, and then I'm gonna throw this in there as like a bonus one. Okay. So it's technically content, but in my mind, it's so much easier. Okay. So in my mind, the hard part about content is like thinking of how to do it. What do you want to do? Like what, put it everywhere, all this kind of stuff. It's just overwhelming. And if I think about things even like YouTube, which I love YouTube. YouTube is a very long-term play. You can generate leads for years from the videos you put on there. However, it takes a lot of work. Like I look at a YouTube video, I haven't produced Todd and I haven't like actually produced a real YouTube video in a very long time because it takes us a long time to do it. Like we make some really good videos. So there's a bunch of hours ahead of the video to prep the script and to do research on what we're going to do and keyword research and all this kind of stuff. And then we're going to shoot the video, which takes time. And then it's going to be that much time again that we've already spent in prep. It's like 16 hours or more to do it. Plus, then we're going to have to design a thumbnail and then we're going to have to do some split testing on the, like, blah, 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 blah. To me, that's overwhelming. That's why I haven't done it in a while, right? Because it's so much work. What is easier than that? Yeah, pick up your phone and you talk to people. Now, so Facebook Lives, YouTube Lives, doing live video is the shortcut version of content. Because guess what? I can take 30 seconds, collect my thoughts, make 4 bullet points, and I can just talk because I'm an expert and I know what I'm talking about. If you're an expert in your field, you should be able to talk off the top of your head. And if you're not, guess what? You'll get good at this by podcast guesting. by having a bunch of interviews. Even today, I did another interview with someone for a summit on a collaborative event, right? And it's like the fifth time I've been on this gal summit, Katie. If you're watching Katie, you're on the replay. Because she's awesome. I love connecting with her. She's a great person, and I've made sales from doing these summits with her in the past, from her summits. So I'll give her 45 minutes for an interview. Fabulous, absolutely. And then she'll promote me along with all the other guests of hers. So, you know, getting your face out there on, having these conversations on podcasts, being interviews and summit, all these collaborative things, it's going to make it easier to talk. It will be so much easier to talk. So practice with all that. And then you'll get good, and you can literally, you've got, your 5 minutes waiting in the carpool lane at school, pop open your phone and start doing a Facebook Live on a topic. Just talk. Okay. So that is a very simple way. And live video is the fastest way to build the know, like, and trust factor. So if someone like, okay, y'all watching right now, that live. Now I love all you replayers as well. There's going to be a lot of you, and wonderful. However, those of you who are live and who are engaging and you're commenting, like like we're really interacting. Like, there's some people here that show up week after week, and I feel like I have a relationship with them. They feel like they know me. I feel like I know them. We've built that relationship because it's live video is so powerful. Do you feel so? Everyone watching live, do you feel that you could like see just a post that I put on Facebook with, maybe I took a bunch of time to create the perfect picture and the perfect text and whatever. Would you feel like you really understood who I was, or would you feel like you know me? Like if you were to compare the know, like, and trust factor between just a regular old post and this live video, like there's like big old difference, right? It's not even in the same ballpark. So if you're going to do stuff, I mean, just get out there. I'm holding out for karaoke. I did karaoke recently. It was so much fun. I love karaoke. I love karaoke. Okay. So here's, should you do social? Yes. But it needs to supplement those other activities, because when people see you on a podcast or a collaborative event or from a networking event, they're going to go check out your socials, and they should see stuff that supports what you're doing, that confirms what you've been talking about or what they heard about you already. So it needs to supplement that. So how do you do this in a way that doesn't like suck the life out of you? Well, I just went through this exercise for myself because and I want to share with you what I did to just make this really simple. So who here likes to journal? Like when you're facing a problem, you're kind of trying to come up with a solution. Who likes to journal? Okay. I have found journaling very helpful for brainstorming ideas and just really, because like I've got so much knowledge and so much stuff going on in my brain, like it just helps it flow out, and I can just journal it, and then I can like clean it up and put it in something useful, right? But it gets it out of here onto paper. And so I love this. So what I did, and I want to give you these instructions, okay? So I took my little journal, okay, and I sat, I don't know, like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. It wasn't even long. I took my little journal and I started writing down all of the questions, all of the pain points, all of the things people are wondering about. And when I say people, I mean my target audience. So I wanted everything I could think of, all of the things that I hear when I'm on a sales call, when people say what their problems are, what they need help with, when I'm just talking to people from the podcast or from other areas, we're having a conversation and they're my target audience, and they're talking about their fears, their goals, their struggles, what they're looking or trying to figure out, any of that stuff. That's just brain dump all of it. Okay. Brain dump it into a thing. And essentially, what I came up with and what you should aim to come up with is basically 5 to 7 different categories. Okay. So I'll give you a taste of like a couple of mine. Um, so a category for me is social media. So this live actually fits into one of my categories, which is talking about social media. Because when I talk to people who are looking for help, my target audience, a lot of times they're like, I'm just completely overwhelmed with social media. I don't know what to do. I find it so overwhelming. Okay, great. I know that I've heard that from many people. If you're not having conversations with people, another reason why networking is so helpful. Okay, so I've got a list of social media. I've also got systems. Systems are our jam. It's one of the ways we really stand out against others. Is like we have our systems really down, everything streamlined. We love to teach it. We love to help people create their systems and create that foundation that they really truly need in their businesses. So I hear all about people who are struggling with their systems. They don't have a lead magnet system. They get overwhelmed. Why? Like, what is a lead magnet? What's a good lead magnet? Um, you know, how much value should I give in a lead magnet? What system should I choose? I'm completely overwhelmed when I try to pick a system to use, like ConvertPoint, Kajabi, all these different things. I'm totally overwhelmed. Like all of these things I've heard from people. So again, I'm just brain dumping. So I brain dumped all of these different things. And essentially, then I translated it into a spreadsheet and I created columns for social media, a column for systems, a column for another topic I talk about all the time, traffic, another column people have trouble with taking action, like just making it happen. Right. So I made columns for these different topics, which boil down to all of the problems that my target audience is having. And then underneath in that column, I'm just listing out all of the phrases, all of the things that they're struggling with that I could talk about. Right. So, for example, like systems, this was my Friday. I did why a lead magnet? Like that, my spreadsheet literally says, row column C, row 3, why lead magnet? And this was just a starting point for my brain. So when go to create content, I don't have to figure out. That's the thing. I think the mental load of content creation is like because you could talk about anything and it's complete, like you got to figure out what to talk about. So instead, if you create, do this brain dump, create 5 to 7 categories that you can talk about that your target audience is struggling with or has questions about, and then list out under those categories all of these things that they say, right? Why lead magnet? Why is email so important? Like, why email first? That is my note. And I know what that means because we always talk about always get their email first because social media is great, but you don't own it. So get their email. So why is that important? So I just have a list. And as I talk to more people, I can periodically come in here and I can add to it. But guess what? When I sit down in the morning, and you should always do content creation first thing because your creative brain is easier. So if you've ever heard of the concept of decision fatigue, so towards as the day rolls on, your decision fatigue gets worse and it's harder to be creative. So your creative juices are best earlier in the day. So first thing you do when you sit down at your desk, okay, 5 minutes maybe, go to your, and just you're going to work your way through your columns and just down. Say, okay, today I'm doing content planning. What to do? All right, I'm going to write 3 sentences about content planning. I'm going to take a selfie. I'm going to post it. And I'm going to post the same thing everywhere. And then I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to shoot a reel, a TikTok, whatever you want to call it. It's just saying the same words I just wrote down and put in the post. But now I turn that into a second piece of a type of content in a vertical video. And I shot it. And then I'm going to upload that same reel slash TikTok slash short up to all of the different platforms. And that's good. Don't overwhelm yourself. If you think posting once a day is overwhelming, then don't do it. 5 days a week. Okay. Is that overwhelming? Okay. 3. Remember, this is a supplement so that when people check you out, you got stuff that works. Or when you network with people, they keep hearing from you. They keep seeing you. It just adds and adds. It adds more touches to your process, to your funnel, and can really serve your folks. So don't kill yourself over this. If posting 3 times a week is all you can handle, Then just post 3 times a week and focus on those other income producing activities that are going to get you a return faster. Okay. I totally went really fast. I talk fast naturally. I think I've heard that's a northern thing, and I'm from Minnesota. But if you let me know if that made sense, the process. So journal all the questions, the ideas, the wonderings, the challenges that you've heard from your target audience. Then you're going to categorize those into 5 to 7 topics and put each of those columns, list all of the items underneath them in columns on a spreadsheet, like a Google Doc. I do Google Docs, then I can open it from my phone or from my desktop, and then just take that topic and just write a few sentences on it, take a picture, good to go. Okay, nice and simple. All right, but remember, do those other things primary. This should be a supplement. Okay, this should supplement everything else you're doing. Okay, if you're looking for an opportunity to get in front of other people's audience, if you'd like to collaborate with us, if you'd like to be a guest on our podcast, yes, we have our main Digital Trailblazer podcast, which is for 6 and 7 big figure business owners. However, we also have our online success path podcast. And this is for, it doesn't matter what your revenue is, it's simply sharing your expertise and what you do and how awesome you are at it. So it's a really great opportunity. So we have openings for both. We're booking for both podcasts right now. If you would like to be in front of our audience, we have about 200,000 followers and subscribers between our email and all of the different social media platforms we are on. They could hear about you. They could hear about what you do and your expertise. So definitely type in guest in the comments here. Myself or Matt, my awesome team member, Matt, will follow up with you, get you the link to that. And if you think this sounds awesome, but know that you need more help, cool. That's our expertise. You don't have to do this alone. It's silly to do this alone. So type in info. Let's just chat. We'll have it is not a sales call. It is just a quick conversation. See where you are, see how we can help you out. We might send you some, free training or something else. Or if you really want to explore working with us, we'll give you some more information that you can digest on your own before having an actual call. About joining it. So we keep it all very casual and we like to give you all kinds of information. It definitely is. And I was on it too with Erica. Oh, good, Annie, good. Ooh, okay. Can't wait till when it's out. Perfect. That's great, Annie. That's awesome. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am back every single Monday, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific time. Free training that you should definitely be here for. Set your alarms, put it on your calendar. Put those reminders on so you don't miss it. I will see y'all next Monday. Have a blessed week and comment guest, and throw in a whole bunch of comments if you thought this was helpful. Whole bunch of reactions just so that all the algorithms know how awesome you found this training so other people can find it also. All right. Have a great one, guys. Bye.